Hola my soul family, and welcome back to the spiritual guidance series for this new week of May 6th to the 12th of 2024. My name is Christy Ramirez. I am a soul coach, spiritual influencer, and motivational speaker. And I know that we took a couple weeks break, but there was a lot going on. And to be very specific, what was going on had to do with interior design, spring cleaning, and also just restoration of the temple. And also it was my birthday last week, May 1st, so I was going through sort of like a new initiation for this new year of being 35 years old, and I just wanted to share that with all of you, my soul family, that we are here growing together. I'm also on the journey. I've been evolving. I started this business at the age of 30, so it's been a beautiful journey together with soul coaching and with all of you that have been loyal followers. And I know that we've been on and off with this series, but it has endured and it's only getting better every time. And that is what I want to celebrate today, that we've made it this far. We have stayed consistent with the theme of this series, the spiritual guidance, which is guidance from above. And what has really helped me to stay consistent is the fact that these 3 oracle cards that we use in the series, that is only specifically used as well for the series, was created by myself in 2021. I sat down with my angels and with God, and I started channeling every single oracle card. The affirmations, everything that really help us to start our week in these high vibrations, and these channeled messages from heaven really help us to uplift our spirit, and it also keeps us in line with our path and helps us to keep moving forward in the right path, because we have, at the end of the day, still free will. We have options and we can choose what way to go every single day of our life. And I think that these spiritual guidance series deserve a lot of respect from our side, and we should really be grateful that we even have this series, that we have access to these messages, because I don't really see many people doing exactly what I do. I always add my own little uniqueness to this, and of course, you know, the channel messages are very unique as well. And so I think that we should, you know, really take a moment to respect the spiritual guidance series for what it is. It's not just playing around here. It's not even just getting together for coffee talk. This is serious. This is us connecting with the spiritual realms, and there's a lot that goes behind the scenes for me personally before I can even show up here. So if there are weeks as well that I don't show up, it's also for a higher reason. The divine pulls me back for whatever reason it is, and I'm not allowed to do this that week per se. And it's not because I'm not necessarily like in spiritual alignment, but maybe there's just other things going on in my life that maybe will not make the way clear, or maybe there's just adjustments or upgrades, and just maybe we don't really need any new messages as well, and then we can just use the messages from prior weeks. So that is kind of like a heads up for if that happens again, because it might happen again. That's how it's been with this journey. But the weeks that we show up here, I just want to acknowledge that I feel even higher vibration. I really connect with this angelic frequency when we are here, and trust me that today I don't want to miss this for the world. I'm at the last hour of daylight before the sun sets, and I was like so eminent, so what is that word, determined to show up, because I know that it sets the tone for my week as well. It really just helps me to feel not only accomplished, apart from all the other content that I do, this is the most special for me energetically, because it really does make me more positive and just makes me feel just happier. And just, I feel like that's because we are connecting with our angels, which are the love vibration, the highest vibration. And remember that, you know, we are still humans, including myself, and so we can fall victim to our own emotions that might be lower vibrational, and that's okay. We're still human, and that's okay. Our angels are saying it's okay to be up and down in your emotions, because that's a part of life. That's, you know, where your mental stability, your emotional stability come in. That's where therapy comes in as well, which is what I do for a living. And, you know, I have my own ways of soothing my emotions, which is, I'm so grateful that I have psychology as my career because it's really helped me on a personal level as well. But I know that a lot of people don't have this kind of knowledge and experience working with people and the psychology field. So this is again a mix of the spiritual with the psychology, with the therapy, and just a friend to friend. Literally, this is just me helping you, guiding my soul family, and being the light source that you might need this week. And that's what I wish to be your lighthouse. You know, for my 35th birthday, that was one of my main wishes, is just to be a greater spiritual influencer for all of you, my soul family, and for the work that I do to be really of use and to be valuable, these videos that you're watching, because I wouldn't want to not only waste your time, but also waste mine, right? But I want to say that these videos on a personal level help me. So also why I wanted to show up, because I do watch them on a weekly basis. And I know that when I watch them and get these little extra messages that are not from me, or maybe it might be my future self, but it's also from the spiritual realms, because you can clearly tell. And it really does help me throughout the week to keep a positive mindset and stay the course and just keep going. So I just wanted to put that out there to start our little coffee talk today, because I think it's important that we do, you know, offer our respects and our gratitude to the spiritual realms. All right, so let us get started. So today we are here on Monday. From now on, again, these series are going to be filmed Mondays. So I know we've been changing between like filming Sundays, sometimes filming Saturdays, sometimes filming Tuesdays because we were late. But now also my schedule and my new work routine has been reordered. And you know, I just also finished like a major thing that I had to do personally in my life just before my birthday, which was also one of the major kind of blockages, you can say, for me to kind of show up diligently on the weeks and the days that we needed to. So now that everything's been cleared up and we're in a new chapter, this is a Monday thing, and this has always been a Monday thing at the earliest Sunday nights, but usually now I have another assignment on Sunday nights. Now we have Bible study class Sunday nights. So trust me that there's just a lot of going on in my soul coaching brand, in my School of Light specifically. That is major for my career and this business. Definitely check out my School of Light, which is at christoramirez.com/school. Basically, my School of Light is an online school in which I teach classes year-round, so you can start anytime you want and start any series. And there's just a lot of series already been completed, including A Course in Miracles. This year we are starting the 365 daily lessons as well on a weekly basis. So that's going to be every Tuesday or Friday, but I will be posting them on Friday, and I think I'm going to be filming them on Tuesdays or Wednesday. I'm not sure. So again, still kind of going with the flow, but it is going to be filmed on a weekly basis. And also all the lessons already have been almost uploaded, so definitely check them out. And we started also the Bible study class, which is a major thing as well that I started last year, at the end of last year, so really this year, because we are only in the 6th class, and now we're going to be teaching that class twice a week. So I'm excited because yesterday night was the first night back in the cabin. I have a little cabin that I built at home only for these special Bible study class occasions once a week. So just little previews, and then the second class of the week will be filmed here, so that we can just go for longer hours, because when we're outside, you know, we can only do like 40 minutes max for reasons, you know, it gets, you know, just in case it gets loud, and just like it's not the same as being inside. So it's just like a little preview, and then we kind of continue and go deeper when we're here, which is a very sacred, secluded place, and it's why this is the main filming studio place for our content. And yeah, so definitely check it out, because those are the 2 main classes at my School of Light. I've also read Dante's Divine Comedy last year at the Spiritual Book Club, and this year we're going to be reading a new book as well, which also will be resumed once a week. So we're going to be teaching at the school like 3 times a week, which is exciting because that always gets me also in a very great mood. And I just love going deep into the spiritual knowledge and just ancient wisdom, which is what the main intention and originally that was created for, the School of Light. So definitely check it out. All right, so let us now get talking about this week, May 6th through the 12th of 2024. So we are almost at the peak of spring. We're like at the beginnings of spring, but it's starting to feel like things are starting to blossom, and we're starting to feel more positive. Things are starting to come together. And I also want to say that this is definitely the start of new beginnings, you know, when it comes to like self-love and romance, because Taurus season is just a very positive sign. I actually also filmed a retreat last night, and the retreat was for, so definitely check it out in my health and wellness brand. It was for the new moon in Taurus, which is May season, and I just got a lot of good what was that word, potential for this month. And starting this week, I feel like these potentials are starting to be made visible and being illuminated so that you can get started and just start doing things. And things don't have to be exactly perfect yet for you to get started, because again, that's also with anything in life, right? Whether that's starting a business, a new project, or even a new relationship, right? It doesn't have to be like 100% perfect, because that will never happen. There is always room for improvement. So you need to start somewhere so that you can actually get to the next chapter, right? You need to start the book in order to get to the next chapter. And also, I did start reading a new book yesterday as well. So there was a lot that happened yesterday on Sunday. So there's just like books that we want to read, that I like to read spiritual books. This is a spiritual book that I chose, which I will not tell you the name just yet, because it is very sacred, like what the book's about. And I do have a class in my School of Light called the Spiritual Gatherings, where we discuss books that we've read, and then things that are important about like ancient wisdom and like all of these spiritual knowledge that is like just all over the place, like just esoteric wisdom in general. And I might bring in like a couple bullet points from that, like a couple notes that I did have. I just started the book though, so definitely that is what's coming up. But I already got like so excited about what's in the book, reading the table of contents and just kind of reading about it. And I'm just telling you that there's just so much that you can learn on the soul journey, that there's never a reason to be bored, and there's never a reason to quit or stop. So that's also kind of a guidance for us this week when it comes to the spiritual journey, the soul journey, about growth and evolution, because this is a main week for that. We are growing, and this is also the beginnings of new growth as well as we progress through the year. And in order to keep going, you need to keep that excitement alive. You need to have that curiosity. You need to have that oomph for life, right? That kind of, yes, like I want to be here, I want to do this. That's motivation, that's passion. And how do you get that when perhaps you're doing things on your own, or you know, maybe you've been doing the same routine for a while, and maybe it's time to change things up a bit so that you can get excited again about the spiritual journey and just continue to move forward. Don't quit and don't stop, and don't deter yourself from where you're at if you're on the journey, because this is only the beginning, my friends. And if you keep going, it's only going to get deeper, but also very much better. And the more that you grow and evolve, and the more that you spiritually mature, the more confident you're going to feel, the more empowered. And then everything is going to magically and miraculously align for you in your life, as if by destiny. Because guess what? It is your destiny. And you are exactly where you need to be right now. So also just go with the flow. Go day by day, moment by moment. Take a breath at a time. Be patient, because I know that sometimes things can get difficult. They can feel challenging. But that's a part of the lesson. That's a part of the life, because if not, everybody would do it. We have to remember that. If things were way too easy, which is what most people like, they like to take the easy route in life, then it wouldn't be special, and it wouldn't be even divine per se, because divinity and being in this holiness takes work. It takes work to show up on a weekly basis for self-study and align yourself spiritually with the Holy One, which is God. Open up the Holy Book and start reading and start studying. Show up for yourself and your spiritual practices, meditation, yoga, eating healthy, nutritious foods from earth. All of these things are a part of the lifestyle. It's not just one thing. it's everything, right? It's not just listening even to these videos that you listen to every morning. It's more than that. This is just a little minuscule part of your spiritual lifestyle. And so I make a great effort to guide you as much as I can, but then comes you and your actions and what you're willing to do and sacrifice for this lifestyle. And it's not even a sacrifice per se, although there is sacrifice in it, because even Jesus was sacrificed for us, right? So we would be kidding to say that there is no sacrifice involved. Everything good in life requires a sacrifice. And just acknowledging that can give us a sense of relief that it's nothing wrong with needing to sacrifice a couple things. And it can be things that maybe don't even serve you, right? Maybe sacrificing a night out with your friends that like to drink all night. How is that benefiting your spiritual journey? Where you can be spending that valuable time, maybe studying the Bible. As boring as that may seem to some, you can make it fun. Or maybe just reading a good spiritual book, or spending time with spiritual people who are also in that energy. And there's a lot of, people in the spiritual community that are in alignment, and that is something that we should definitely seek, and it will be attracted when you're in that vibration. So there's just so many different options. There's no excuses for not living the spiritual lifestyle, for not showing up for God and your mission as well, the role that you've been given. And I think that this is a beautiful thing to reflect on this week as we start our new beginnings, because there's only so much more left of this year, and it's important that we keep as much as we can, even through moments when we're tired or we're just feeling like we're done with it, to keep a positive mindset. That's going to be our biggest moral this week. Our biggest motto is to keep a positive mindset as much as you can amidst everything, and always see the blessings in disguise, because there is always a blessing in disguise. Trust me, every time I think that something is going against me, it's actually going for me, and I don't realize it in the moment, because of course you're in the moment, maybe you get a little emotional or even a little doubtful, and then maybe fear starts to creep in, and then that's your ego talking, right? But then you see like a couple 5 seconds later that, you know what, actually I needed that little break, or actually, you know what, it was better that way. And it was all because our angels are working in our favor, God is working in our favor, and we need not be afraid of anything that's dark or anything that's not of light, because we are in the light, and we are already up here in heaven, in earthly paradise, and God wants to remind us of that's why we share this love and light with others. And it is possible to be happy 24/7, no matter what's going on around you, and to experience this joy within your soul. And that can mean, you can be in a bad mood a couple minutes, but then really you're still enjoying for life. That doesn't take away from the fact that you love your life, you love this moment. And even though you might feel tired, take a little nap, wake up, refresh, and then start all over, and then wake up and live. That's another model for sure that we should definitely take with us for this week. Wake up and live. Don't waste a day. Don't waste a moment. A perfectly great day has potential for anything, including miracles. And I think that is going to be our biggest lesson this week for our coffee talk. So I'm going to take a little sip, take a little break here. And yeah, just embrace the sweetness of life. Life is just too beautiful to rush it as well, to take for granted. And I feel like slowing it down really is going to help us to also get in touch with where we're at. That is definitely my goal this year, being 35 and being more spiritually mature about life. It's how can you make this your best year, and even better than the year prior, and being with all the lessons that you've learned, how can you take them with you so that you don't have to relearn them, but rather use them as a guidance and as a blueprint for your future, and how you can start to live as this new ideal evolved self of yours. And this new self is definitely ready to start living, to start making an influence in the world. And trust me that every single one of us has an influence in others and those around us and those that we love, and even in the world as a whole. So keep that in mind and know that you are divinely chosen by God. And if you're hearing this right now, much blessings, love, and light to you. And stay on your mission. Do what you can to show up and just love your life. And I hope that you have a beautiful week. Make sure that you do watch the daily morning spiritual guidance every morning, just 3 to 5 minutes long. And I promise you that it's going to raise your vibration as you start the day and set your intentions. Have an amazing and beautiful week. Namaste. And also, if you want to book a personal soul coaching session with me, I do online clients, so make sure that you do book on my website, christyramirez.com/booking, and I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.